If I click hi, there we go. What's your name, bruv? Goku. There we go, boys. We got Goku up and running. You can now run ClaudeBot for about $5 per month, and no, you do not need a Mac Mini like everybody's telling you on social media. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, real quick, I want to get this out the way at the start, but Claude is one of the most disruptive and cool use cases for AI that we've seen really ever. Because for literally $5 per month, you can have kind of an autonomous AI agent that's working for you 24/7, and that's not an exaggeration. And then the fact that all of this comes in the form of a free and open source software, yeah, it's actually mind-blowing. So let's get into how to do it. All right, so in this video, we're going to be using two setup guides. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because both of them kind of cover different things, but for the most part, they're generally the same. The first one is by this guy. I'll link both of them in the description, obviously. And then the second one is by Zach XBT, if you guys have heard of him. So it kind of follows four different sections. You can see right here, you've got part one, which is using Hetzner to set up the VPS, sorry. You've got number two, which is connecting and installing. Then you've got number three, setting up the Telegram bot, although you can communicate with ClaudeBot on any medium that you want. You can use WhatsApp or Telegram or Discord, whatever you want. And then number four is going to be adding your Anthropic key, although you can use whatever form of AI that you want. You can use OpenAI or Gemini, whatever. So it's really kind of simple. Let's get into it. Now, first off, the way that we're going to be doing this, obviously we don't have a physical machine like many of the people who are using MacBook Minis. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to have some form of virtual machine that does it for us. The way that we're going to do this is through a VPS, which is also known as a virtual private server. So we're going to go to this website here called hetzner.com/cloud. Obviously, I'll have all links that I talk about in the description as always. And once you do that, you're going to come to this page right here. Now, this is actually the homepage for Hetzner. You're obviously going to want to click on Cloud to be taken to that page that I just referred to. And then once you're here, all you want to do is click on sign up. You're going to want to create an account or log into one if you have one ready. Now, as you can see here, I've already got an account. All you're going to want to do is click on new project. But I do want to warn you guys, for most of you guys, when you create an account, when you click on new project, it's going to tell you that you need to go through some form of verification. It's pretty simple, although it's annoying. All you have to do is just take a photo of any ID that you want, take a photo of yourself, and it'll automatically verify you probably within 1 or 2 minutes. Then after you've done that, you can click on new project right here. Now, you can literally name this whatever you want to name it. It does not matter at all. We're just going to, for simplicity, we'll just call it ClaudeBot, and then we'll click add project, and then we'll create the project like that. And once you do that, you can click into it and you can set up all the settings that we're going to need to set up here. So look, if you are confused to begin with, don't worry, it does not matter at all. All you have to do is worry about servers right here. You click on servers on the left-hand side and you want to add a server. Now, this is the server we're obviously going to use to host our ClaudeBot on. Now, you've got three different server types that you can select from. The one that we want to choose is cost optimized, essentially the most cost efficient one. Now, the thing is, it's kind of off and on with what ones are available. Pretty much every time that you can, if you guys are watching this and you go to this page and CX33 is available, that's the one that you want to click on. Otherwise, if it's not, you can either go with CX23 or you can click on regular performance and go with CPX32, which is going to be like technically the best performance. Although it doesn't really matter, guys. I would say either go with CX23 or CX33. So in this case, I'm going to click on CX33 and that's all set up. Then at the bottom here with the location, you want to click on any of the Germany ones. I'm going to click on this one because Falkenstein isn't available, and then we can move on through. I have no idea how to say this. By the way, guys, I should probably mention I'm not technical at all. I have no idea what any of this stuff means, and that's kind of a testament to how easy and simple this is to set up. If I can do it, I guarantee that you can as well, because I have no idea what Ubuntu is. I'm definitely saying that wrong, but that's the one that we want to select. Then we're going to scroll down. We want to make sure that public IPv4 is selected here because that's the IP I think that we're going to need later on. And then I just keep public IPv6 selected as well because it's free of charge. So I don't know what it does, but hey, I'm keeping it selected. Now, this is the part where some of you guys might think it's starting to get a little bit technical. So for this part, I'm going to go back and we're just going to recap over what we've already done. So we've gone to Hetzner, we've created an account, we've created a new project, which is step number 2. We've created our server, we've put in Germany, we've put in Ubuntu, we've done CX33, and then we've kept IPv4 on. So now we're up to step number 5. Now, this is where I want to make something extremely clear to you guys, okay? There's going to be a bunch of different commands that you guys can use here. For example, the one that Zach XBT made, he's thinking about Mac and he didn't put anything for Linux, he didn't put anything for Windows. So this is the command that you would use if you were using a Mac. In the other thread that we have right here, let me just scroll down to the same section. So everything else is pretty much the same. Then we get up to this part right here. So this is the same part, which is the SSH keys. And in this case, he's got the Mac one that you can use, which is this command right here, or he's got the Windows one that you can use in PowerShell, which is this command right here. So try either of those two depending on your system. But if it doesn't work, I really want to stress this to you guys, okay? It's the easiest ever. All that you have to do is if you get an error, take a screenshot, go to either ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever you want to use and say, how do I fix this, right? So complicated, I know. But it really is truly simple. You don't have to worry about debugging any of this yourself. If you get an error, take a screenshot, go to your favorite AI, and ask it what to do, right? Now, if you guys couldn't already tell, I'm obviously on Windows, so the command that I would be using is this one right here. I've already done it, so I've already got what I need to create my SSH key. We're going to click this, we're going to paste it in. Obviously, I'm not going to show you guys what it is, but you can change the name to whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. And then you click add SSH key. Once you've done that, you've got it connected, you can move on. So pretty much anything else down here, we're not going to worry about. As you can see in the guides, after you've connected the SSH key, you can just go ahead and create the server. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to scroll down to the bottom, and then for server name, we're just going to again keep it simple and make it ClaudeBot, although again, you can make it whatever you want to make it. Now guys, this is funny because I just realized that the money isn't showing up here, and the reason being is that as I was creating this video, the CX33 servers went unavailable. So I'm literally just going to do what I told you guys to do, which is to use the CX23 one, and then we're just going to click create and buy now. Once you've done that, you'll obviously have to wait about 30 seconds for the server to start spinning up, and then you're good to go. And just like that, guys, part 1 is completely done. That you can't tell me that wasn't the simplest shit ever. So we've completed part 1 of the entire guide. Now we need to move on to part number 2, which is connecting and installing. Right, so your VPS is created. It's got the green icon on the left to show that it's up and running. Now we want to move on to connecting our ClaudeBot to the VPS that we just created. In order to do that, first thing we want to do is open up a new instance of CMD, and then I want to show you guys both of the guides because they're both the exact same for this part. You want to put in this command ssh root at your server IP. Obviously you want to replace your server IP with, could you guess it, your server IP, and then you can see in the other guide it's the exact same thing. So we're going to open up CMD, we're going to paste that, but instead of your server IP, we're going to replace it with our IP. Just delete this. We're going to paste this, but once we paste this, it's going to ask us something about a fingerprint. Honestly, I got no clue, but essentially what you want to do is going to say, are you sure you want to continue connecting? And you just want to type out yes, press enter, and it's going to say permanently added whatever IP you have, and it's going to go through all this bullshit. Right, so now that it's done running, all we want to do is we want to go back and we want to update the system, whatever the that means. Honestly, I got no clue. We're just going to copy that. We're going to go back to the CMD. We're going to paste this. We're going to click enter, and it's going to do all these updates and downloads and honestly bullshit that nobody cares about. Okay, so once it's finished that, the next thing that we want to do is we want to install Node.js 22. And apparently, I don't know for sure, but apparently ClaudeBot doesn't work on anything below Node.js 22. So just copy and paste this command as always. We'll go back to the CMD, we'll paste this right here, and we'll click enter, and then it'll go ahead and make sure we have Node.js 22, which we're going to need for the very next step. Right, now once that command has finished running, all we want to do is we want to verify that Node actually downloaded and installed properly. So we're going to run this command, paste that there, and as you can see, we got back v22.22, which is exactly what we should have got right here, and we're good to go. So guys, now we're ready for the fun part, okay? We're ready to actually install ClaudeBot onto the server that we created. So we're literally just going to copy this right here. We're going to paste it right here, same as always. I told you guys this is easy as shit, right? All right, so then once that's finished, guys, we're ready to run the onboarding wizard, which is going to be this command right here. Go back to the CMD, paste it, enter. So now everything that we're going to do from here on out is basically going to be configuring ClaudeBot for when we're ready to use it. So you can see it says ClaudeBot onboarding right here. I understand this is powerful and inherently risky. Obviously, that's going to be the case with something that's installed on your PC like this, or on whatever you install it on. Click yes, onboarding mode, quick start. We're just going to do quick start. Now, this is a very important part because whatever model of AI that you guys want to use, this is where you're going to be able to select it. But I do want to say you can switch it over later on, but for the most part, you want to keep it from the get-go to begin with. So the one we're going to be using is Anthropic because we have the max plan in Claude. But something I really want to say to you guys is that Minimax 2.1 is probably the next best thing, and it's actually the secondary recommended model by the person who made this. So keep that in mind if you don't want to spend so much money on Claude Max, and you can go with Minimax 2.1. I think you could go as little as like $10 per month, I think. So let's go ahead and click Anthropic. Now you have the option to either use the API key or you can use your max plan. Do not use the API key. Whatever you do, you're going to be spending $500 million per minute. So go with your max plan if you have one. Now here we want to paste our Anthropic setup token. Obviously, I'm not going to show you guys this process, but just get your setup token and then paste it there. Now, once you connect your setup token from Anthropic, you're going to have the option to select whatever specific or Anthropic model that you want to use. We're obviously going to go down to select Claude Opus 4.5, going to click on enter. Now we select the channel that we want to use to communicate with our ClaudeBot. Now, most people I think are going with Telegram. I think that's the easiest way to set it up. But if you want to, if you use WhatsApp more, Discord or Google Chat or a bunch of options that you can use, then use that one. We're going to use Telegram for this one. Now, once you do that, it's going to tell you very specific instructions that you need to do in order to pair your ClaudeBot with your Telegram. So first, obviously, we want to open Telegram and chat with @botfather, which is going to be the kind of username that we need to type in to create our bot. So as you can see, we're in Telegram right here. I know my webcam is kind of blocking it, but I've typed up @botfather as the guide kind of told me to, and I've clicked on the one that it obviously wants me to. Now we can click on start. Once we do that, it's going to open up the ability for us to chat. We want to go back here and we want to paste in /newbot. /paste, yep. All right, a new bot, how are we going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. You can name it whatever you want to. I gotta do it, bro. Let's go with Goku. We're going to name it Goku. Good, now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in, I don't know, bro, Goku bot. It's already taken. Oh, hell nah, bro. Okay, what about Goku Claude bot? It's gotta work, right? Okay, we got an OG username. Let's go. So done. Congratulations on your new bot. You will find it at cool. You can now add a description about Okay, cool. So now if we go back to the guide, give it a name, yep, give it a username, yep, copy the bot token. Okay, so we have this token right here. Obviously, you guys won't be able to see this, but we want to copy this and we want to go back to our CMD, which we still have open, and it says enter Telegram bot token. We want to paste that right here. We want to click enter. Once we do that, it's going to come up with this interface where it's talking about skills. Now, I'm not going to get into this too much in this video, but skills is basically things that you can install into the bot to give it the ability to do certain things. So it might be you wanted to have the ability to watch a YouTube video, or you wanted to have the ability to send an email, and you're going to need to install skills for each one of these abilities. So it says configure skills right now. You don't need to. We're just going to click yes though, because it says it's recommended, so whatever. Now here you can see it says homebrew recommended, so it gives you the option to install homebrew or not. Because it's recommended, I'm just going to say enter. Preferred mode manager for skill installations, I'm going to go with npm. Then it's going to say install missing skill dependencies. I'm going to do this, but you guys don't have to. I just want to have everything ready to go once I get it out the gate. Okay, I'm not going to cap. I do want to install these, but for some reason nothing's responding. We're just going to click enter and see what happens. Press space to select, press enter to submit. Okay, see, I told you guys I have no idea what I'm doing, but the fact that I'm doing it so easily, you guys should be able to do it easily too. So essentially what it's saying is that you need to enter space to either select to skip for now or deselect it if you want to install these things. So I'm going to deselect it because I want to install it, and then I'm going to click enter to continue. Okay, so I just figured out I might be a little mentally challenged here. You need to use your down arrows to go, or your down and up arrows to cycle through which ones you want to install and not install, so you can select specifically which ones you want to do. I don't know why they wouldn't add an option to just select all, but maybe it's too hard, who knows. We're just going to do everything. Who cares? I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me go through one by one selecting all of these, but that's what I'm doing. Alright guys, so as you can see, 500,000 years later, I've literally selected everything. Honestly, no idea whether you should or not, but that's what I'm doing. I'll see you guys once it's finished. Yeah, I'm not going to cap, guys. A lot of the stuff that I tried to install, you need an API key for, which I do have for a lot of them. Honestly, could not be setting it all up right now. I can easily do it later by simply, you can literally just ask ClaudeBot, hey, can I set this up? And whenever you need, ask for my API key, I'll give it to you. And then you can set it up like that. So I'll just do it later. I'm just going to skip this for now. Don't really care too much about the details right here. I just want to get this thing up and running, send it a message in Telegram and show you guys how easy it is to use. So now once you've done all that, it's going to say, how do you want to hatch your bot? Just go with the recommended one. Really, the theme is here, guys. Pretty much everything you want to just go with the recommended option. Cool. So now once you hatch your bot, it's going with this Pokemon dialogue. Wake up, my friend. Hey, I just came online. Stretch this metaphor. Like, what? Okay. Well, actually, I've never played a single Pokemon game, but I think this is exactly what it's like. So now for this part, guys, obviously the only thing that matters here is that it's saying I need a name for starters, something that feels right. And I'm curious what kind of vibe you're looking for. Am I your sharp-witted co-pilot, a calm presence in the chaos, or something weirder? Essentially what it's asking for is what type of agent do you want me to be and what's my name? You guys can do whatever you want. I'm just going to say your name is Goku. It's just the first thing that comes to mind, bro, okay? And let's see. I can't present. Let's see. I'll just say you are very concise and direct while understanding of emotions, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, bro. Who cares? I can readjust it later on. And what should I call you? You should call me sir. I don't know, bro. Okay? That's what I'm doing. I don't care. I just want to get this thing up and running. Your name is Goku. You're very concise and direct while understanding of emotions. You should call me sir. Goku. I like it. Direct, powerful, get the job done. This is actually comedy, bro. I'm Goku now. A couple quick things to lock in. What's your time zone? Time zone is AEST. Want to connect me anywhere beyond this chat? And yes, I want to connect you to Telegram. Now, by the way, guys, if you go back to Telegram to the original message that it sent once you created your bot, it's going to give you all your personal channels depending on what you named your bot. For me, it was Goku Claude bot. I'm going to click that channel, and now this is my own special personalized channel for how I want to communicate with my bot. Now, obviously, the last thing we want to do is we want to make sure that everything is paired up. So if we go back to the guide here, I kind of skipped a step, but if we search for user info bot on Telegram and send it any message, it'll reply with our user ID. We can copy that and use it to will link up our Telegram. Right, so it said ClaudeBot access not configured. I went ahead to the CMD file that I showed you guys before and pasted my token that I got from the bot father when we created the bot. It said already configured, your bot is live. Next step, open Telegram, find your bot /start. I already did /start, so let's just see if we go hi now. Does it work? Better work, bro. Right, boys, we got no response back. We got aired by our own bot, okay? Let's troubleshoot in real time. So we're going to say, I did that. It didn't work. Let's see. So I'm just curious to see what happens here. Paste this. This is what it said. Okay, so essentially what we did just there is we gave it our Telegram user ID, and then it said done. You're paired. Send me a message on Telegram now. I'll be there. So all you have to do, guys, is essentially get your Telegram user ID and then paste it into where the bot is. Now, if I click hi or say hi, better respond now, bro. You better respond now. There we go. Hey, sir, we're connected. Telegram's live. As you can see, it's calling me sir. Its name is Goku. Let's just see. What's your name, bro? What's your name, bro? Goku. There we go, boys. We got Goku up and running. He's calling me sir. He understands that there's a bit of a hierarchy here. So we're all ready to go, boys. That's how to set up ClaudeBot, the easiest shit ever. Don't be intimidated by it. And guys, 99.9% of you, please do not buy the Mac Mini. You do not need it, at least not now.